Hello, hello, guys. What's going on? God, it feels like it's been forever since I've gone live. I was actually checking the calendar yesterday and I was like, when was the last time I went live? And it has been a minute, I think about 2 weeks. So I needed a break. I needed a break. So I hope you guys are enjoying the holidays and you guys had a happy and safe holidays. You guys can see, where am I? There we go. There it is. Yes, my tree is still up. I asked my son Mateo if we could take it down, and he said no. So it's still up. All right, guys. So as you guys are coming in, say hello. I'm super excited for this being my last live stream of 2020, and I wanted to go out with a bang and interview one of my clients who absolutely crushed it the last couple of weeks in her business. All right, so today I'm going to introduce you guys to Kelly Nygaard. She is an implementer, so she became one of my private clients where we worked together for about 6 weeks, where we co-created a social media marketing plan specific to her business goals and her persona. For those who've worked privately with me, you guys know that the implementer is not cookie cutter. This is not a cookie cutter for everyone where it works for one system, works for all of them. I design these based on who you are, what your business goals are, your industry, all that fun stuff. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up on this badass because she is. Hello. What's going
Hello,
on,
Vanessa.
Kelly?
It's good. It's good. Good to be here.
How are you, lady? I see you have your Live to Be Healthy. And
I
I just
do.
noticed your dog necklace.
Yep. Yep. That's my Django.
That's your Django. So what's going on? So why don't we start off by you introducing yourself?
Well, I am Kelly Nygaard, Live to Be Healthy Nygaard Fitness. And I've been working for Live to Be Healthy for about 7 years as an employee. And we recently, my husband and I bought our own local franchise in November. And then
Right.
in we were doing on-site senior fitness classes. We were going into senior living communities and we were really ramping up and things were going great, and then COVID hit.
Womp womp,
And
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I'm assuming that hit your industry in particularly hard because you were going into senior living
yeah,
centers, right? Like
yeah.
senior communities.
I mean,
Wow.
I had activity directors meet me at the door and say on March, I think it was March 13th, I'm sorry, you can't come in
Wow.
anymore. And then what
Right.
are we going to do? We've got 80, 90, 100-year-old people that have been coming to our classes, and all of a sudden
They're
we're out of
stopped.
there.
Right.
We're done. Just like
Unbelievable.
that.
Yeah.
Ground to a halt immediately. So we had to fast track and try to figure out this virtual thing. And we did. We got back online and we were doing virtual classes, but so many of our communities, the executive directors and the activity directors and stuff were just not, they maybe weren't technically savvy enough, or
Mhm.
they thought that COVID was only going to last a few weeks or whatever
Right.
it was.
As we all
They
did in
just
the
didn't.
beginning, right?
Oh
We're
my
like,
God. We
yeah,
were hoping,
yeah. Had
but
we known, had we
they,
known what was coming, right?
oh my gosh, if we had known, we could have right away, we could have started and realized that this is going to be kind of somewhat of a long-term solution. We need to make some changes in how we deliver activities
Right.
to residents. But my husband and I just decided there's no reason why we can't just bring the same live virtual fitness classes to older adults who live in their homes and stuff too, who live in private homes, who maybe don't, because only 3% of the population lives in senior living communities.
Right.
Most seniors live in their own homes. And I just realized that there was an opening there for
There was an
people who
opportunity.
didn't. Yeah, there's an opportunity for people who can't, who don't maybe want to leave their house, especially we live in Minnesota. There's 8 inches of snow out there right now. You're in Chicago, so you know what it's like. You know, it's not really
Yes, we
safe.
know those winners. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not safe. The sidewalks aren't safe. It's not good driving and everything. Well, gosh, how great is it to just be able to stay home and join in a group
Right.
fitness class from your house?
So in the beginning, so you were before you started marketing yourself as, this membership that you wanted to start
Mhm.
growing. So you were going to these communities and so it was all in person, right? So did you have
Yeah.
an online membership before this?
No, we did start. No, we were only going through the senior living or the residential communities. So the only way somebody could join one of our virtual classes is if they lived in a community that actually. Um, Now you changed the screen. You distracted me.
That's all right. You just keep talking. I'm the producer. Don't worry about it.
But the only way that a senior could join our classes is if they lived in a senior living community and that their community happened to sponsor these classes. And I thought, that there should be a way for people who live, it should be open to everybody, right? And
Hmm.
that's where we decided to do the membership. It's a monthly membership, $35 a month, unlimited classes. Right now we have 7 classes going a week. People can join in. We have seated yoga, balance and strength. We're starting a new class, nutrition and healthy habits for the new year, starting next week, and that'll be kind of a nutrition plus movement class.
Okay.
Um,
So this
but
was so
always
this was a new concept then. So
very
you had
much,
to okay.
and it's been that's when I heard you speaking at I think it was through one of the some I don't know where I first heard you, but I thought, you know what, this Facebook Live thing could really work because all we need to do is let people know about this. That's it. And, mailing, direct mail, email, any of those kind of things they're expensive or prohibitively difficult to do.
Yeah.
And how do you know you're reaching the right audience? So,
So hold on. I hear an echo. I hear
yeah,
myself. One second. See if I can fix that. Hopefully that fixed it. Um, so, so this was a new concept, an online membership, and turning everything from in person to online. And so you heard me speak, and we had a little chit chat, and you're like, "Okay, Vanessa, how do I grow this membership?" Right? So, was this a new idea that you were moving into, or did you already have this membership up and running and you just didn't do any marketing for it? Or talk to me about where you were before.
when we started, I think it was the middle of November, we had 10 people who were participating in our classes on a regular basis,
Online.
but online,
Okay.
in our Zoom classes online. So there were 10 people, but they were just people who had been living in residential communities who were joining us.
Okay.
So we had just launched the membership when I heard about you. And I thought, yeah, we only used the implementer program or whatever, the Facebook Live thing to get going with our membership. We did not have a membership before that.
Okay. So then you and I had a conversation and I knew where you were. And I thought it was fascinating because I have worked with other fitness instructors before,
Yeah,
helping them launch their membership. But your membership was different because it was a 55 and over, it was for 55 and over, right? And
yep,
so I thought that was brilliant and much needed, especially now because of COVID.
yeah,
Like they're stuck in, especially, the more mature, shall we say,
Yeah,
of 55 and over, 60, 70 in these nursing homes. Like they can't see their families, and so I thought this was such a phenomenal idea, Kelly, of like you really helping and bringing some sort of energy, right? I mean, we all
right,
know when you work out, you feel better. There's just no
right,
secret, right? So the fact that you
right.
were bringing this service at a time when it was so unbelievably needed, I was like, hell yes, we need to get you on camera ASAP as soon as possible, right? So you
Yep.
weren't really doing a lot of marketing for this membership beforehand, right? You were just really focused
No,
on in person and the franchises, right? Like, so Nygaard Fitness, this membership is yours, right? This is your membership,
it's
correct?
yep, it's just ours. It's just something that we're testing out to see how it works.
And how's it coming
And
along?
it's coming along really good. We have added, since I started in the 6 weeks with the implementer program, I think we added 28, do we add 28 people through the implementer program? And it wasn't, uh, so now we have about almost 40 people. We really want to be more around 75 or so to come out even, but we're going to just continue this. Now that Vanessa has given me these skills and I know how to do this and I'm comfortable doing it, um, I plan to continue doing it and continue tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I'm interviewing one of my trainers about one of her classes that she's starting in January, and we're doing it Facebook Live. And so it just keeps. I just keep learning how to do new things, and that's what I love to do.
Well, so before you and I started working together, you hadn't really done anything with Facebook, right? Like
Nope.
you weren't marketing on Facebook. And by the way, Kelly is the marketing director for
Yeah.
franchises, right? Who offer this service. So you knew marketing. I could tell from when
Oh
we
yeah. Yeah.
spoke. I'm like, this chick knows marketing. You speak my language.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
but you've never really used social media really to market your particular membership.
No,
Um,
not at
so,
all.
so with you, Kelly, we decided that live streaming, right, and just getting the
Hmm.
word out, and you just being you. A lot of my clients think, Vanessa, do you provide a script? Like, how do you do this? And I'm just like, no, boo,
Yeah.
right,
No. Oh, you're on
right.
your own.
Exactly. One of the powerful things of live streaming is that it's all you, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
all you. And you took to live streaming like a beast. Like you were just so very natural at it. I mean, I know everyone stumbled here and there, and you would send me private
Yeah.
messages and saying, oh my gosh, Vanessa, I did this, or, should I do that? I felt,
Yeah.
silly, or whatever the case may be. But you became in beast mode. Like I would just see you over and over. I'd be scrolling and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's Kelly. There's Kelly again. There's Kelly again. So you really took to live streaming as live streaming took to you.
Yeah, I really enjoy doing it. And I think one of the reasons I enjoy doing it is because I feel like I'm talking to other people. I'm isolated here too. I'm working from home.
Yeah.
And I think that this live streaming helps me feel like I'm connecting with people a little bit more, even if they're not on when I'm live, they're still watching it and commenting on it for days afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
And
powerful. I think you hit it
yeah,
right on the money, especially now, and because the online attention is sky high right now. Like it's
yeah.
never been this high ever because we're all stuck at home, working from home, and this is really the only connection that we have with each other right now. And I think
Hmm.
people are really craving connection. I think they're starving for it. I know I
Oh
am.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
want that connection. Like I love my kid and all, Mateo, but I'm sure he's sick of me. I'm sick of him. Like you know what I mean? So
Right.
we are craving that connection and live streaming and just being open and honest on how you're able to just help, right? How you're
Hmm.
able to service, how you're able to help in a time that's just unbelievably needed. I'm not surprised that your membership skyrocketed as quickly as it did. I remember
Hmm.
getting your private messages. Oh my God, I got another one. Oh my God, I got another one. I just got four, this, that. And you're like, how is this happening so fast? I think I think one of your messages
Well,
was that.
yeah. normally it wouldn't be, it's so instantaneous, they see the broadcast and then they will text or private message me or something and say, I'm gonna tell me a little bit more, or I'll see that they've gone on our website or something. And it's not like you've sent out a postcard and now you're sitting back waiting, like normal. You
Right.
would send out a postcard or whatever, and then you'd sit and wait and wait and wait and wait. And maybe you'll never hear anything from anybody. But here it's more, it's high school classmates saying, and my high school classmates are getting to be the 55 plus crowd too.
Right.
But, getting to say, hey, my mom could use this, or my aunt could use this, or I know somebody in another state. Could they join? Sure. And there isn't the boundaries that there are with traditional marketing either, that where you have to choose your places that you're going to market. Here it's just you put it out there and it's there for anybody to see. And I think that's genius. I'm all for this Facebook Live thing.
Yes, you are.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you are. Like I said, you took to it very well. You were very like I said, I'm like, she's a natural when I started seeing your live streams. So you were live streaming for, just a couple weeks, right?
Hmm. Yep.
2 or 3 weeks, and your membership started to grow considerably. Like you said, what you started off with 10, right? And
Hmm.
now are
And
we still at, where are we at? 38 still?
yeah, we're at 38, but I have a couple people who are the membership is completely free if they have silver sneakers or Renew Active by United Healthcare insurance coverage. And because we're doing the transition at the beginning of the year, I have a couple people who are waiting for their silver sneakers to kick in
Oh,
on
okay.
January 1st. So I'm looking at, I have 2 or 3 people who are waiting to start with
Oh,
that.
okay. Interesting. So you're taking note of this. We have our private
Oh
session
yeah.
tomorrow, so we'll have to talk about that uh,
Yep. Yep.
for January 1st. Because yeah, a lot of people now, are still looking to join gyms. Right, this holiday
Yeah.
wait, this COVID wait. Lord help me, I need to work out. My trainer, I hope she's not watching this, but yeah, I haven't worked out in probably like a good month. So now, everyone's like with their New Year's resolutions and joining gyms. And so, yeah, I have a
Hmm.
feeling that you may hit your goal and more than likely surpass it in the way that you've been going, because you've been putting in the work for sure. And like you said, it's not just about, when you came to me, you were interested in live streaming, right, in
Hmm.
particular, and
Yep.
it worked and what we could do. So we devised a plan, and talk to me a little bit about, because I want my audience to understand that it's not just about going live and hey,
Right.
your membership is packed. It doesn't work that way, and then I'm not even going to bullshit you guys. It takes work, and that's another
It
reason why I
does.
wanted to have Kelly on. So, talk to me a little bit about what you got out of the implementer, what you learned as far as like what it really takes to increase your visibility, what it really takes to market yourself, what it really takes to market your business and then convert and then land clients. Are you there? Oh, did we lose her? Stand by, guys. All right, hold on. Kelly, are you there?
Oh, I'm here now.
Okay, great.
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry. Was that me or you?
I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
Gotta love tech issues. So, did you hear my question?
Um, Part of it.
Okay, so I was saying, what I want my audience to know and to understand is that it's not just about going live a couple times and
Right.
boom, your membership, expands and explodes. Although it does happen quickly when one works with me for sure. But what is it in particular that you learn going through working with me and through the implementer program about what it takes to really market yourself on social media, what it takes to really market your business, and then convert your viewers into clients?
I think that, and I really realized this just when we were talking yesterday, when we were talking about our little test broadcast, is that it's so much about just showing up. on your Facebook or whatever medium you chose. It's about showing up there and being a real person. And I think that the idea, if I'm just going out there and every morning I say, hi, I am Kelly Nygaard. I have this gym membership for 55 plus adults. Join us. And then I sign off and I do the same thing again the next day. It's not interesting and it gets boring really quickly. So to be working with somebody like Vanessa, where she's, asking me every week, okay, what are you going to do this week? I can't just do the same old thing. I know if I told her I'm doing the same thing I did last week, she'd be like, what? No, you got to kick it up a little bit here, honey. And so she gave me the courage to do a live broadcast from down by the river with my dog a couple times. And those were the most commented on of all of my live broadcasts. And all it is I'm walking down there with my dog and he gets the zoomies and it's funny.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
I
short
remember
and
we had that
yeah,
conversation. You're like, I'm thinking of this, and I'm like, do it.
yeah,
Just do it. You just never know what it's going to hit. And so this is what I want people to understand. It's not just about this and the fancy
yeah,
tools and, live streaming on a regular basis. It's really opening up and letting people know and having people get to know you, who you
right.
are. That's really the bottom line. And I think a lot of people get lost with the techie stuff and using all these fancy schmancy tools and being perfect and your hair being perfect and all this, all this stuff that people really don't give a shit about any of that. They just want
Oh,
to get to know you and they just want your help. That's it. They really want to know how you can help them. And so when you did that live and I watched it and you were just walking your dog,
yeah,
and still talking about your expertise though, you were still sharing your
yeah,
expertise, right? You were still talking about your membership, but you were doing it in such a way that it was just you. It wasn't salesy. It wasn't pushy. It was just, you being you and letting people know how you can help. And I
mhm,
wasn't surprised that you got all this love, all this engagement, all these comments from just walking. You're like, Vanessa, I don't get it. I'm like, just, this is how it works.
right.
People just want to get to know you, Kelly. That's it.
And I think that it's especially true when I'm looking for people to um, refer maybe their parents to come
Yeah.
and join my class. These people that are seeing me live talking want to know that I'm not that their parents aren't going to get conned. We're
Oh,
so
right.
that happens all that happens all the time. It's a with when you're dealing with seniors or 55 plus adults, you have to know that there are an awful lot of people out there who are scamming.
Yeah, that's true. I never really thought about that.
And
That's true.
this no, it's me. There's my family picture in the background. There's my dog asleep in there, or I'm on a walk. This is these are this is my life, and this is who I am, and this is where I am, and this is where you can find me if you have any questions or concerns.
Yeah.
I'm not fly by night. This is who I am,
Yeah.
and we get to see that with Facebook Live. I love it.
Yeah. Well, people have definitely gotten to know you very, very quickly in a very short amount of time. Um, Another question I had. Hey, Sarah, what's going on, lady? Sarah's in the house. Hello, hello. Um, so, what were any aha moments? I know we talked a little bit about this yesterday, and we kind of hit on it now. Of any takeaways that you've learned about yourself throughout the implementer, like what it really took to have the courage, right? You said a lot of my clients say that Vanessa, I gave you the courage, and I always say you can borrow my confidence. You can
Hmm.
borrow my courage because I see an absolute badass. I see an absolute powerhouse in you and what you can deliver and how needed what you provide right now, Kelly. It's needed so badly right now. I just want the world to know that there's a service. Like me and Kelly were just talking about this before we went live today, and she was like, "Yeah, I just did a class this morning, right?" And she's like, "I just did a kickbox class," and I'm like, "What? Wait a
What
minute,
kickboxing
what?"
for
Because
75-year-olds? What?
yes. Kickbox for 75-year-olds. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I freaking love that. I was like, what? Because for those of you guys who have been following me for a while, when I used to work out, again, if my trainer's watching, he's going to kick my ass. But when I used to work out consistently, my jam was kickbox. I love it. It's my stress reliever and, whatnot. I had no idea that there was kickbox offered for 70-year-olds. And up. I love that.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's going
Yeah.
to be me.
70 was probably the youngest person.
That's amazing.
But it's safe because we're just we're doing the same movements is that you as we normally would, with our little light weights and how you're just doing your same old thing that you would normally be doing. But then now it's up here and it's punching.
Yeah.
Okay, see where you're feeling that? You're feeling that here. You're feeling that in your abs. It's just and the kicking.
Yeah.
You just stand there and you hold onto the chair with one hand and you lean over and you kick. And
I
then you
love
do that,
that.
and it's cardio and it's legs, but it's brain stuff too. It's like hot. This is interesting. Now thinking about where's your heel? Your heel is connecting with that spot on the floor with your opponent's nose.
Yeah.
You got to think about this stuff.
That's
And
awesome.
it,
I would have never have thought of kickbox for 70-year-olds and above. And weren't you when we were talking this morning? Didn't you say that no one would ever buy that or no one would ever do that or something along those lines? And I'm like, I hope I still am at 70, 75, still in my little chair and kicking,
yeah,
jabbing, and doing what I can. I think that's amazing, and so that's the kind of stuff I hope you do a live stream about it because I never even like connected those two. And the other thing why I wanted to interview, not only because you kicked ass and took names in the implementer, but of the fact that your online fitness is for seniors, right?
mhm,
55 and above, and that this type of membership, this type of service is available to them right now.
right.
Um, so before I let you go, Miss Kelly, I have one last question. And for us live viewer, for you guys who are watching live, say hello, comment, let us know you guys are here. For the replay viewers, if you guys have any questions about NYGARD Fitness, go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and Kelly will be more than happy to give you more information about this. If you guys know of your parents or any other seniors or any one that that is in a nursing home or anything like that, that's just, I mean, I could just imagine how they're feeling, lonely, depressed, sad, like this is like they're
Yeah.
just stuck, right? Who would be interested in the service. Please reach out to Kelly, man, because I think this is so needed right now, in our community and in our world. So do you have any other last takeaways, any other aha moments from like going through the implementer program and what you found out, what you learned about yourself and what it takes to really show up powerfully as your most powerful self on social media? Because that's my job. Yes, we talk
Right.
strategies, and yes, I show you the secrets of live streaming and all that stuff that I work with my clients. But really, what I'm doing, the bottom line is I want to get you to a place where you have a repeatable social media marketing strategy. So when you want to do another membership drive, right? You know what to
Mhm,
do, right? Because this worked,
right.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but more importantly, my job and what I feel is it's my job to help you show up as your most powerful self, because that's where the magic happens, and that's where I want people to understand is like it's not just the techie stuff and the branding and the colors got to be just right and the fonts got that's just, yes, I get it, it's part of marketing and branding, but really, to keep social media super simple, it's all about you and how
Mhm.
confident you are in yourself and in your business. Because as I've always said, people can smell the bullshit. They can when you don't believe in what you're doing. And clearly that's not the case in you. So any other takeaways do you have of the implementer and what you've learned about yourself through this process and the opportunities coming your way?
I used to get, because when we first started doing these virtual classes, I am a certified trainer, but I'm not the professional. I have certified trainers who work for me who teach these classes. And when I would have to substitute for a virtual class, I'd be so nervous, like it would ruin my weekend. thinking about having to do this on Monday. And
Stress.
I think now I've gotten to the point where it's like they're not they're not looking at they're not judging. Nobody's judging us like we thought people were judging us. We
Mm,
just want, this live experience is getting out there. It's hard to explain, but what I'm seeing myself now on camera talking to you, but you're seeing the same thing that you always see. You're always looking at me when I'm talking to you.
yeah.
It's not, this isn't scary. This isn't this big challenging thing. And if you have to trash the whole thing once it's live and once you've posted it, if it's that bad, you can trash it. I had to do that once when I forgot to do something. But in the first place, people just want to people just want to see you. They just want to hear what you have to say. It's not. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's not such a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not something that only certain people can do.
I love
You
that.
know,
I love that.
Any, anybody can do it. You just need to have somebody out in your corner saying, "Yeah, you've got a message," and get out there and tell them. Tell them what it is. Tell them what you want, what you just told me. Get out there and do it.
Yeah,
It's it's not that hard.
absolutely. I mean, once you get used to it, you can say that now.
Oh yeah, but my God, I was so nervous the first time I went live. But I think I told a whole bunch of people I was going live. So I had a whole bunch of people, and this is what you told me to do. I had a whole bunch of people would comment and they'd be saying, "Oh, hi Kelly, you're doing great. You're doing great." And I see these people that I hadn't seen for 40 years, at class reunion or something like that, and their names would pop up and they'd be like, "Hi, Kelly, it's good to see you." And wow.
Yeah. It's pretty, you actually have people rooting for you, right?
Yeah.
I think what trips people up, especially about live streaming and especially about live streaming and promoting themselves and promoting their business, because that's tough, right? There's got to
Well,
be
you're afraid you're going to make a mistake.
you're afraid you're going to make a mistake. You're afraid you're going to look like, a dumbass or whatever,
Yeah.
this
Right.
and that and trip you. And so, and I get it. Like, live streaming like this or on your own, the way Kelly's done beautifully for the past 4 or 5 weeks, is camera confidence. We talk a lot about this, but it never comes unless you do it, right? You
Right.
have to put yourself out there. And it's basically public speaking, right? It's public
Very
speaking,
much.
which
Very
is
much.
the number one fear next to death, right? It's the number one fear next. So I get that. I completely get that. And that's why I'm very transparent with my audiences where I'm like, listen, I still get nervous before going on stage as a speaker. I
Mhm.
still get nervous before, going on stage virtually now, right? Because I'm speaking, everyone's
Right.
speaking virtually, right? I still get nervous before, a live streaming. Like this was probably not as nerve wracking because I had Kelly to talk with right before we went live. So we were just having fun and fixing our hair and, whatever, the lighting, all this crap that us chicks do before we go live. But once you get past that fear, right, you realize a lot of people are like, what are they going to think of me? That's what's so worrisome. And that's when fear paralyzes them. Like, what are people going to think of me? Are they going to judge me? And the answer is
Yeah, why need
yes.
to have a script? No, you can't have a script.
Yeah.
No, because they'll know that
Right.
you have a script.
Well, it's okay. Everyone has different styles. I have other clients that do have scripts. You can see
Well,
that they're reading, but
yeah,
that's their style. But like,
yeah,
I understand what you're saying, like word for word for word for word. Yes, correct.
yeah.
That's not what we're talking about. But here's the bottom line: is that if you're afraid of people judging you, right? Um, then they're. I want you guys to understand that they're going to.
Yeah.
They're going to judge you. And I had this conversation with my dad this year. Okay, with my dad. I remember I posted something on Facebook. It wasn't live stream, but I posted something on Facebook where it was a very personal post. I was going through some shit this year, which we all have, right? And I was just
Yep.
trying to be transparent to my audience and listen, I don't have all my shit together. You guys see me live streaming, killing it with my business. Mateo's fine, like all this stuff. But I'm like, deep down, I'm like, I'm going through some real, real deep shit. So then my dad called and he's like, do you think that post was a good idea? And, because this and that. And so, but he's not my audience. So I was trying to tell him, I'm like, listen, here's the bottom line. You know, you cannot please everybody
Right.
online. And if you try, you're going to drive yourself crazy. There's just no way. I could be Susie freaking mother freaking sunshine every single day on Facebook, right? Which I try to be. I'm very optimistic by nature, right? And I'm
Yep.
I'm talking to Kelly, right, with my posts, and I'm talking to Sarah with my posts, and giving you guys motivation, letting you guys know I see you, and having you guys borrow my courage, borrow my confidence. I see you guys, this and that. But if I can be Susie Sunshine every single day, but somewhere in the world, some person, sometime is going to have an issue with me. That's just the way it's going to be, right?
Hmm.
You got to be able to push those people aside and be like, you ain't for me then.
Right.
You're not my person, and that's all right, right? Bye. There's plenty of people I'm sure I get on their damn nerves. That's fine. Bye. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm trying to help the people that I can through this, right? Through talking to Kelly, through my live streams, through all this content, right? And so that's what I really want you to understand, Kelly, but you're already there. And my audience to understand is that, it takes courage. It takes a lot of courage to, especially live streaming, right? And so again,
Hmm.
this was the path, this was the social media marketing plan Kelly and I co-created for her. Because I could see it. I'm like, she's gonna be a rock star live streaming. So let's start live streaming. And she's like, okay. I wrote Kelly's like, all right. She's like, okay, Yoda, I'll do what you tell me to do, right? And you
A
loved
lot
it.
easier if somebody's telling you to do it.
But it's not always like that. Like I have other clients who are like, they're just not into live streaming. They're just not into video. The implementer is not cookie cutter by no means, right? I go by my
Hmm.
client's strengths. But regardless of that, either way, you're putting yourself out there, whether it's live streaming, whether it's your content, whether it's, a pre-recorded video, whether it's just a selfie or, whatever the case may be. It's just how, confident you are in what you have to say. And then, like I said many times, these are platforms, right? These social media marketing channels, they're platforms that we have been given to
Hmm.
say whatever the hell we want to say and however the hell we want to say it, right? The
Yep.
power in that is insane. And once you put yourself out there, right, and letting people know how you can serve, how you can help them, the floodgates open. I remember you said, and this is another thing I want to talk about with you, Kelly, is you're like, I'm not getting a lot of people interacting, right? I'm not getting a lot of comments and not a lot
Yep.
of engagement. And then all of a sudden you're like, but I'm getting private messages saying I want to join. I want to join. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. So talk to us a little bit about that because I know you were discouraged a little bit in
Yeah,
the beginning.
a lot of times you do. You go live and it's like, well, I told you I was going to be live at 10 a.m. Why? Where is everybody? Well, you know what? They're probably doing their lives, but I look
Or they're just
back
living their lives.
and they forgot about me. Can you imagine? They forgot that I was going live at 10 a.m.
How dare they?
Good God, where are their priorities? And but they, you know, I watch or I check my views afterwards, and I've got 55, 155, 175 views, so people are seeing and commenting for days, for weeks afterwards. I've been doing this now for 6 weeks. I still have people commenting on that first live video broadcast that I did 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I can record those and I can use them in other places too, which for a marketing director, I'm always looking at how else I can use this.
Hmm.
Uh, so I can take clips from this and I can send it out to other people in emails, or I can use it in other areas and, just reuse the content. And it's just, that's been very, very useful too.
Yeah. Well, and I just wanted to reiterate the fact that, like, even when you do go live or you just do a post, right? Or a picture of a post, whatever the case may be, it doesn't necessarily have to be a live streaming. That was just Kelly's
Mhm.
strategy. Um, People get discouraged where they're like, well, I'm not getting a lot of engagement. And I'm not saying engagement isn't vital, it is, right? You
Mhm.
definitely want to
Yeah.
have a discussion with your audience, right? You want to have a connection with your audience for sure. But I've said this before for years. And again, Kelly, you're living proof that this is how it works, is that I get private messages and emails from people I didn't even know were watching, right?
Right.
They've never
Yeah.
commented on any of my live streams. They've never they're not in Badass Bosses, my Facebook group. I don't know if they're in my email, like nothing. Like I didn't even know that,
Mhm.
no engagement from them. And boom, they come in and all of a sudden I get a private message saying, okay, Vanessa, I'm ready to work with you. How do we work together? They're watching. They're
Yes,
absolutely 100%
absolutely.
watching. Just because you don't get a ton of engagement does not mean it's not working. It absolutely
Right.
is working. And Kelly's living proof of that as well. Because I remember we had this discussion, it was probably like week 3. You were getting momentum, or maybe week 2, but you were like, I'm not getting a lot of engagement, or I'm not getting a lot of
Mhm.
live viewers, right? And so I'm like, just, it's not really about that. If you get a ton of live viewers, great, phenomenal. And
Right.
if
Yeah.
they're talking with you, that's awesome, okay? But it's not always just about that. It's just you, exactly what you said is you just showing up. That's half
Hmm.
the battle. And you've been showing up like a beast these past 6 weeks. And I cannot tell you how proud I am of you. The work you put in, lady. I'm telling you, like this is work, guys. I'm not even gonna BS you. Okay. This is work. With Kelly, it's not that she just went live a couple times and bam, she's got 30 new members in less than 4 weeks. She put in the work, and which is why I wanted to have this case study and interview her today, so you guys understand what it really, really takes. But then again, if you love what you do,
Yeah.
it's not really work. But so I've had a blast working with you, Kelly. I think you're amazing. I think the services that you're bringing to seniors is so, so very needed right now. I think you're going to crush your goals with your
Hope so.
membership. I think it's just going to keep growing. Yeah, you have your private session with me tomorrow. So we'll, now that the insurance is kicking in January, my mind is blowing. So we'll chat.
Good. Good.
We'll
I'm
chat
glad you have
tomorrow.
some new ideas because I need some new ideas.
Okay. Well, we will definitely talk tomorrow. Um, and so, yeah, so thank you so much for your time, Kelly. I really appreciate it. Super, super, super proud of the work that you put in and where you've come. And I could just see you continue taking off in your business. I
Thank
think
you.
it's just going to
I
skyrocket.
I hope so. I
Yeah,
hope so. It's something that's very important as to me and to the people I serve.
I
So
can tell. I can absolutely tell that it's important to you and you love what you do. And
I do.
those are the people I work with.
Yep.
Those are the people I work with. All right. Thank you so much, Kelly, for being here.
Thanks,
Everyone say
Vanessa.
hello. Thank you, Kelly. Congratulations on all your
Bye.
success in the implementer. And I will talk to you tomorrow, lady.
Thank you so much.
All right. Where am I going? Hello, guys. All right. I'm back. So amazing, right? Simply, simply amazing. Kelly absolutely crushed it with her membership. It's continuing to grow for her. And do you hear my son? I don't know what he's doing, but he's driving me nuts upstairs. So, um, so this is how we roll, guys. This is how we roll inside of the implementer. I wanted to let you guys know, what am I looking for? That's not it. Stand by. That's not it. Where is it? Hold on. There we go. All right. So I wanted to let you guys know that if you are interested in becoming an implementer and work with me on your business and understanding really how to land clients, how to grow your business using social media organically. What does organically mean? That means using the social media platforms that we have available for free to all of us. I'm talking Instagram, I'm talking LinkedIn, I'm talking Facebook, and not using any paid advertisement. This is my methodology, right? So I work with my clients and I co-create a social media marketing plan specific to their persona, as you saw, Kelly, and their business goals. And it's an organic plan, all right? So I'm now taking applications for those who are interested in working privately with me and being a part of the implementer. You guys can go to right here. What's up, Stephanie Lou's in the house? What's up, girl? Right here. What's up? Go to that link. I'm also going to put it in the comments so you guys can apply to book a call with me. All right. And we could just have a conversation on where you guys are at right now when it comes to your social media marketing, where you guys want to be, what's working, what isn't working. And you and I can throw down together and start off 2021 with a bang, y'all. I mean, I know 2020 has been a difficult year for all of us, right? No one saw this shit coming, right? However, the online opportunities, guys, like I can't even talk about it without getting teary-eyed because I've seen it over and over and over again this whole year with my clients, like Kelly, like Trisha Dunn. Oh my gosh, all these names are coming in my head. My members in the ATM, because the online attention is sky high right now. The opportunities are out there if you just have a plan, right? And a person in your corner, hi, that's going to help you get there and kick you in the ass when you need it, right? So if you guys are interested in starting to work with me, this is your first step. Apply for a money making marketing implementer call. And it's just for me to get to know you a little bit better, to get to know your business a little bit better, and to see how we can throw down. All right, sounds good. What's up, Cindy Morales? Hey, girl. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for my last Facebook live stream of 2020. Went out with a bang with Kelly and her amazing story. And I'm looking for my next success story. Is that you? I'm looking to work with badass bosses who are willing to put in the work, right? And who are looking for accountability. Yes. And are looking for someone who will kick you in the ass to get it done, because that's certainly me. I do not play, all right? Because I want you guys to win, and I know that you can. All right, guys, if I don't talk to you before the end of the year, have a happy new year. Have a blessed and safe new year. And cheers to 2021 and kicking ass and taking names. Yes, yes? All right, guys. Peace.